Something you wish to report? Go on. You have my undivided attention.
It's right up ahead, but let's make sure we weren't followed first.
I've been keeping watch, demoiselle. I haven't spotted anyone suspicious thus far.
Very good. But let's not let our guard down for now.
I shall find rooms for our respected guests.
Thank you, Malus. Now, let's continue, traveler.
your base? It's not quite what Paimon imagined.
Your accommodations have been arranged. Under the present circumstances, I can confidently say it's the best we have.
Well, our funds have been a little tight lately. After all, we don't allow illegal or unethical profiteering. In fact, our funds often come from citizenry who support us.
Seems like it's tough times for everyone. But if you have the support of the people, that does sound like it's worth it.
To be honest, our financial situation was a lot better back when my father was in charge a few years ago. I'm afraid I'm not quite...
Your father... He was the previous boss of Spina di Rosula, right?
Demoiselle, if you'll allow me to explain.
No. I'll explain it myself. I suppose I couldn't run from this topic forever. And as partners, this is something I hope they can understand. My father's name is Callus. Yes, 3 years ago, he was accused of murdering his own friend. But he chose...
Oh no.
But I do not believe my father was a murderer. I'm sure he was set up. At the time, I believed that if he only stood trial and was... But strangely, he not only requested the duel himself, but rumor has it that even after being seriously injured, to the point where he could be deemed as having lost the duel, he refused to surrender, determined to die in the... 3 years later, I still don't understand why he did that. How could he protect his honor if he's dead? If anything, he gave up his chance to defend himself. The closest piece of info I have is that my father had been investigating the serial disappearance.
Ah, so that's why you're so determined to get to the bottom of that case.
That's right. However, I believe I must know what really happened. Was my father coerced? Framed? Even if he really did kill his friend, I must get to the... If only he'd been more open with me when he was still alive. He even hid the fact that my mother died due to complications when giving birth to me. And now, here I am
Demoiselle, please.
I also will never believe that Master Callus murdered anyone. There are none whom I respect more than the two of you, Demoiselle. Master Callus did so much good in life. Even our supporters decreased greatly due to that incident, hence our...
Wait! If Callus was such a good man, wouldn't people at least be a little suspicious when he was accused?
No. Perhaps people just revel in that kind of drama. It's not some people love watching the evil turn over a new leaf.
But how could... never mind. If Callus was really falsely accused, we have to find the truth. He didn't deserve to have...
There is one other thing. Master Callus's opponent in the duel.
Oh, her? Well, then, isn't that as good as saying that she was the one who killed? Yeah, that's not the sort of thing...
Miss Clorand has always placed great emphasis on the honorable... She knew Master Callus beforehand and greatly respected him, but seeing how he was resolute in the arena, there was only...
It's not that I don't understand her at all, but I just can't deal with this yet.
Don't worry, Navia. Paimon knows how you feel. You don't have to force yourself to do that.
Afterward, Miss Clorand told us that at the start of the duel, Master Callus requested that she ensure Demoiselle Navia's safety. Yes, that is our understanding as well.
Oh, Papa. What madness drove... All right. Anyway, that's the information... thanks. You two should go...
Yeah.
Please, relax and get some sleep. We will...
Paimon slept so well. Huh? Navia? Where...
I sent them back to Poisson. It's Spina de Rosula's place of origin, and where we have our headquarters.
Paimon gets the feeling that you're just trying to get them off your... But never mind that. When did you...
No, I just returned after going out for a while. I did some
Wait, so you didn't sleep at all?
How could I after having such critical new evidence appear?
Guess Paimon was...
Unfortunately, this name seems to have been wiped from existence. I suspect that those behind this have already taken steps to hinder an investigation from this angle.
Does that mean we're...
No. There is one ray of hope. One place and that is the archives, kept by Chief Justice. If the Oceanid you met is one of the young women who went
So Nervalette maintains an archive of case files? Whew. Guess that's the... In that case, let's go talk to him, shall we? Aren't you...
No, it's nothing. The palais is right up ahead. Come on.
Halt! Please state your business here. The Chief Justice is presently occupied with official matters.
Huh. This place does look pretty heavily guarded. Guess that...
Hey, don't you recognize us?
Huh? Who are you? Just to be clear, I don't care who you are.
See? They've got great discipline, too.
Yep. Paimon can tell.
If you're here just to crack jokes, I can point...
No. What I meant to say is...
Oh, yes, I remember. I read about it in the Steambird. You must be Linny's attorneys. It's all coming back to me now.
We're here today to report and archive some information on a follow-up case.
Huh. Is that even a thing?
Of course. Don't worry. We're here on official business. You can trust us.
All right then, I'll let you through. The Chief Justice is just inside.
Thanks so much.
Please come in.
Sorry to barge in, Monsieur Nervalette. We only lied to get in because we didn't know any other way.
It's all right. Please let me know how I may be of assistance to you.
So you're not mad at us?
We're looking for a man called Vacher. He may have been an eyewitness in the serial disappearances case. If we can find him, we may be able to unearth some key information on the case.
Ah, I see. In that case, please wait here a moment while I browse through the files.
Who knew that Nervalette would be so easy to talk to?
Unfortunately, I'm quite certain that no one by the name of Vacher has been involved in any case, criminal or civil, in the past several years. There are no records of him either in the files or in my memory.
Traveler, what if it was really just a dream?
Is that so? All right then. Thank you so much, Monsieur Nervalette. We'll take our leave now.
Ahem. Miss Navia, I can understand how you feel. Your father, Callus, was a truly exceptional man. We deeply regret his passing.
And what are you trying to say? Are you trying to console me? No. You are not trying to do any of that. I can hear it in your voice. There's no emotion behind your words. You only said those things because you felt like you should. It's just like last time. You even told me then that you thought there was something fishy with the case. In your eyes, the value of a human... If you truly regret my why didn't you give me the power to stop him from throwing everything? Was hanging on a thread. There are still so many things I never got to tell him. So many questions he still owes me answers to. If you really have no heart, then just look me in the eyes. I, Navia, will show you the true...
I'm sorry, Miss Navia.
You and my father are truly alike. It's not so much that you can't feel. Oh well. In any case, my apologies for taking my emotions out on you, Monsieur Chief Justice. Let's go, Traveler and Paimon.
Navia, are you okay?
I'm fine. Rain. It's raining.
You're right. Wasn't it still sunny when we went into the building? And there shouldn't be any
Now that I think of it, on the day...
What is it? Did you think of something?
Yeah, he was outside. It was uncovered and the rain could fall there. That thought has occurred to us before. We've even expanded the search area to try to account for that, but didn't find anything of value. Oh? Wait. You don't mean...
So you're saying that the true murderer could have been turned into water? And then, yeah. And if that...
I really think I found a true genius for a partner. You're complete... All right, let's go to Poisson. With this new lead in mind, we'll get to the bottom of my father's case for sure.
Yeah, we're gonna make progress for sure this time.
Do you want to go with me now? Or do you want to head over by yourself later? Great. Let's go then.
Whoa, what a huge ship!
There's no need to be so surprised. My father was the one who asked for it to be built like this. Perhaps a gigantic and glamorous ship embodies discovery, opportunity, ambition, and conquest. It symbolizes Spina di Rosula's bright and limitless...
And Paimon thought you were bluffing when Paimon was confused by a group, but now that Paimon has seen this ship for herself, she's been convinced.
Well, Poisson is where Spina di Rosula began, after all.
Apologies for the wait, demoiselle, and our most important partners. You said before that you still had
About that. It's because my partner here reminded me of something really important. You see, what if my father's case had something to do with water from the primordial sea? You still remember, right, Malus? On that night, it was raining?
Yes, the case was quite similar to that of Mr. Linney's. Both were what you'd call impossible murders.
Could you tell us a bit more about what happened before?
Yeah, of course. Many years ago, at a glance, it was a kind of drink that could excite your mood and produce many pleasant hallucinations.
Wait! Didn't that guard guy who turned into water also mention that the primordial water could be used to produce some kind of potion?
Yes, he did. Considering what we know now, it's almost certain that synth is created using water from the primordial sea. If you drink synth for an extended amount of time, you'll suffer many side effects, such as losing the ability to... And if you were to stop drinking it completely, you'll experience flashes of paranoia as he overslept with some...
Boss's uncompromising attitude. Not only that, Boss became...
Yes, but the enemy was very cunning. Recognizing that, my father decided to contact the dealers in secret. The man's name was Jacques. He felt greatly ashamed about his work. After seeing Met that night, my father hosted a banquet at his countryside estate. But then, we heard...
How did that...
Sounds just like Lenny's case, doesn't it? Looking back on it, though, I now believe...
Precisely.
But, considering it now, you're right.
Jacques was an empathetic man who was... I think this... On that note, however, our opponent, even though Spina, there is no need to follow...
If that's indeed what he wished for, was I not the closest person to him? What was the point of him dying without sharing any of the secrets he knew? Did he... Synth is still here. Callus the Unfaithful is Did he think I'd just accept his meaningless death? And live out... I've never accepted that. Ever. I want to find out the real answer for...
Tavia.
This is indeed the best moment to act.
So you do know something else, Malus?
Yes, I do. But what drove all the tension...
What?
And the serial disappearances case caused him great anxiety. 5 years was nowhere near enough time to resolve this long-standing conflict. But once he passed away, all the danger would pass on to you. Knowing all of this, he decided to use one final intimidation tactic before his death. But as long as you remain safe, if something were to happen to you, then he and all those he told would immediately...
Right. So nobody would be able to get off scot-free.
As we've seen, Boss's tactic...
No, I don't believe it. He never appeared to look...
No father wants their daughter to see them weak and haggard, especially someone as proud as Boss. To him, dying in a duel and suffering lasting dishonor as the unfaithful were still far preferable than losing faith.
So he chose to die...
I'm afraid you're not understanding this correct. If Boss's spirit could hear you telling me, I'm sure he'd be
That fool? No. He might have set up... Is that the amount of confidence he had in me? And what if I was never able to make it to where I am now? Yeah. I suppose that's true. But thankfully, he rarely talked to me about complex matters, and thus understood little of me as a person. In this... Malus, what was the key evidence that he shared with you?
It's the location where synth is produced. Essentially, when he was threatening the... But if you want to use it against the enemy, you'll still have to take several things into consideration.
Why? If we know where the place is, can't we just go storming in?
You mustn't forget that we're fighting against a mysterious and dangerous organization that's been in operation for decades. There's no telling what might be lying in wait at their headquarters. We also have no idea what kind of evidence we may be able to find inside, nor what... But a single visit to their headquarters would be tantamount to a formal declaration of war. The worst case would be that we leave empty-handed.
Then, in that case, why not work with the Fontaine authorities?
Well, you saw one of them dissolve during Mr. Linney's case. We have no idea just how thoroughly they may have been infiltrated.
But things are different now. It should be a lot easier to prove the other side's guilt, now that we've connected Synth with the disappearances case.
You sound like you've put a lot of thought into this, Maloose.
I am the butler, after all. I live but to serve the boss and Demoiselle's will. I've always been willing to take on any kind of risk for your sake. But considering my relative lack of ability, I've spent my time keeping secrets, performing basic...
Thank you for all of that, Maloose.
Let me think. One conclusion I came to was that the enemy must be quite familiar with Spina. When I announced orders to the organization's members on Demoiselle's behalf, if the vendors didn't change their plans, then the individuals informed of our orders after several rounds of testing, and the first is Florent.
Huh? Florent?
Yes, surprising, isn't it? Thanks to his position within Boss's innermost circle, there's someone else like him too. Marcel.
Uncle Marcel.
It's a guild in Poisson. The boss helped it in the beginning. They were only...
So, they're like a sister organization?
Yes, you can say that. It's a bit difficult to imagine some...
The final suspect is Thierry, the man responsible for coordinating information. But although the guards mostly leave us to our own, since Thierry is always in the know about our current activity...
I see. To think that the enemy we've...
If you want to investigate them, please take every precaution to not...
Of course.
You're too kind, my lady. And before I forget, proving Boss's innocence would also... After that incident, Jacques' wife and daughter... If it might help, you could also pay...
Aw, thank you so much, Maloose.
A new case awaits, my dear partner. I hope we can work together to
Let the record show that I verbally consent to relinquishing these items into your possession.
waters of Chingsa. Coveting the shapes of the living, pure water can take on many forms. In this way, shall water deliver your punishment. The power of water is its ability to take any shape. Without solid ground, terrestrial creatures become simply helpless. The power of water is its ability to take any shape. One who is ignorant of water's treasures fails also to comprehend its horrors.
Transfixed!
Let's see what happens when you lose your foothold.
I'll uproot you!
The power of water is its ability to take any shape.
Time to test the ball.
Enshroud! Settle down!
Loaded.
Bow your head.
Ready.
We seek but a small haven in tranquil waters. Is that so much to ask for? As long as rain and rivers flow, water will exist forever.
Silence!
Yes.
Keep up!
This shall not be my
Let's nip that in the bud.
Loaded. Hunt them down. The hearth! Now it's extinguished.
Settle down!
Into the shadows.
see the value in my own work, but I also see the meaning in all the endeavors of the people of Fontaine.
shadows. Transfixed.
One with the force. Settle down. Let's nip that in the bud. Silence! Let the mighty be humble.
Laid bare. Everlasting as the moon. shadows. This is sheer anarchy.
Settle down.
Overruled. Witness my lies.
Bow your head. One with the force.
Late back. Ready. Where evil lurks, shoot on sight.
Let's nip that in the bud. Settle down.
An assassin from our homeland, or a fool who trespasses upon the waters of Chingsa. Coveting the shapes of the living, pure water can take on many forms. In this way, shall water deliver your punishment. The power of water is its ability to take any shape.
Overruled.
Without solid ground, terrestrial creatures become simply helpless. The power of water is its ability to take any shape.
This is where you fall. Laid bare.
One who is ignorant of water's treasures fails also to comprehend its horrors. Let's see what happens when you lose your foothold. The power of water is its ability to take any shape.
Commendable. Laid bare. Loaded.
We seek but a small haven of tranquil waters. Is that so much to ask for? As long as rain falls and rivers flow, water will exist forever.
appears to have reached its end. In my role as champion duelist, my opinions do not matter.
Let the mighty be humbled.
Everlasting as the moon!
I hear everything. Can't see?
Ready. Hunt them down.
Settle down.
Enshroud!
Bow your head. The tides beckon.
Let's nip that in the bud.
Overrule. Loaded.
Settle down.
Witness my rise. Lay bare.
Can't see?
Ready. Ah, something with which to commemorate this occasion.
Let's hope you'll put up a good fight.
What's this? Forget it.
Hear everything. One with the force. Keep up.
Bow your head. Come.
Everlasting as the moon! Transfixed!
The tides beckon.
Ready. Where evil lurks, shoot on sight!
Settle down.
Let's nip that in the bud.
Laid bare. Ah, something with which to commemorate this occasion. shadows.
Is it what you wish to find? Hopefully the excitement of opening a treasure chest has at least made it a worthwhile experience.
The most you can woohoo! Whoa! When the good news. Want me to bring in some? Come on. Shh. You're not the call. Hey, got him being a sweet. Whenever wow. Ugh. Sweet. Just nice. It's got any? Carve it fast. What? Sick cat. Let's check. Off we go. Need a surfboard? The best. Oh, I must protect my clients. You're not my. That's it. Let me at it. What kind of guide? Oh, the journeys. Oh, hey, come on. No one. Oh, ow. What? Hey guys, how's it going? Woohoo! Let's go. Woo!
Staring into my eyes is ill-advised. I can't promise you'll like. You see. Something you wish to report? Go on. You have my undivided attention.